What if I told you that somewhere out there are worlds where iron rains from the sky, planets locked in eternal twilight, lava oceans glowing beneath thick atmospheres, and even bizarre world orbiting a dead star, where carbon clouds may form diamonds? These aren't science fiction, they are real planetary discoveries, uncovered through decades of NASA missions, telescopes and follow-up observations. And today we're taking a journey through 10 of the most incredible worlds NASA has helped reveal. Welcome to Horizons of Space. Just a few decades ago, we didn't know for sure if planets existed around other sun-like stars. Now NASA's archive contains thousands of confirmed exoplanets, from giant gas worlds skimming the surface of their stars to rocky planets that may resemble Earth more than any world we've seen before. But the most amazing part isn't just the number, it's the variety. These discoveries have changed how we think about planets, solar systems, and even the chances that life could exist elsewhere in the universe. Our first stop is 51 Pegasi b, one of the most important exoplanets ever discovered. Announced in 1995, it was the first exoplanet found orbiting a sun-like star, and it shattered expectations. This wasn't a small rocky world, it was a gas giant orbiting incredibly close to its star. A year there lasts only about 4.2 days. Before 51 Pegasi b, many scientists assumed other planetary systems would look a lot like ours. Instead, this world showed us the universe had very different ideas. Next is 2M1207b, historic for a completely different reason. This was the first exoplanet ever directly imaged. Instead of inferring the planet from a wobble or a dip in starlight, astronomers actually captured an image of it. That image was a milestone. For the first time, humanity wasn't just detecting an alien world, we were seeing one. Then came Kepler 186f, one of the discoveries that truly captured the public imagination. It became the first Earth-sized planet found in a habitable zone of another star. Now that doesn't mean it's another Earth. We still don't know exactly what its atmosphere is like or whether liquid water exists there. But its discovery showed that small, potentially temperate worlds are not rare fantasies. They are real targets in the search for life. If Kepler 186f made distant possibilities feel real, Proxima Centauri b made them feel close. This planet orbits Proxima Centauri, the star nearest to our Sun. Its closeness makes it exciting, but also complicated. Proxima Centauri is an active red dwarf, and powerful stellar flares could make conditions on the planet very harsh. Still, as our nearest known exoplanet neighbor, Proxima b remains one of the most fascinating worlds ever found. Few systems have captured scientific attention like TRAPPIST-1. 7 roughly Earth-sized planets orbit one tiny red star, and one of the most intriguing is TRAPPIST-1e. What makes it so compelling is that it sits in a system packed with small rocky worlds, giving scientists a rare laboratory for comparing potentially Earth-like planets around the same star. And because these planets transit frequently, telescopes like Webb can study them in remarkable detail. Another world that has drawn enormous attention is K2-18b. This planet orbits in the habitable zone of a cool dwarf star. What made headlines is that Webb detected carbon-bearing molecules in its atmosphere, including methane and carbon dioxide. That does not prove life, and K2-18b may be very different from Earth. But it shows that we are no longer just finding planets, we are beginning to read the chemistry of distant worlds. If K2-18b hints at atmospheric chemistry, WASP-121b shows us just how violent weather can become on alien worlds. This is a giant planet orbiting so close to its star that its atmosphere is being pushed to the extreme. Observations have revealed signs of an atmosphere so hot and energetic that heavy elements like magnesium and iron can escape from it. This is not a place you visit. This is a planet being pushed towards the limit of what an atmosphere can survive. Then there is 55 Cancri e, one of the most famous superhot rocky planets ever found. It orbits so close to its star that a full year there lasts less than a single day on Earth. NASA has described it as a lava world, a planet with conditions so extreme that parts of its surface may be covered by a global ocean of magma. This is what exoplanet science has revealed again and again. Planets can exist in forms our solar system barely prepared us for. Now we move to a more recent and remarkable discovery, TOI 561b. This is another scorched rocky world orbiting incredibly close to its star. But what makes it especially interesting is newer data suggesting it may not be a bare rock at all. Instead, it appears to have a thick atmosphere above a global magma ocean. That's extraordinary, a world blasted by intense radiation and still wrapped in gas. And finally, one of the strangest planets of them all, PSR J23222650b. This planet doesn't orbit a normal star. It orbits a pulsar, a rapidly spinning neutron star. Recent observations suggest its atmosphere may be dominated by helium and carbon, with soot clouds and conditions deep enough for diamonds to form. NASA also notes that the planet may be stretched into a bizarre lemon-like shape by the pulsar's gravity. If there is one planet on this list that feels least like science fiction and most like a cosmic fever dream, it might be this one. And these 10 worlds are only the beginning. NASA's archive continues to grow, with new planets being added as missions, observatories, and analysis methods improve. TESS is still surveying the sky. Webb is transforming exoplanet atmosphere studies, and scientists are still mining older data sets for discoveries that were hidden in plain sight. In fact, one recent NASA discovery alert highlighted a possible rocky world called HD 137010b, a candidate slightly larger than Earth, orbiting a Sun-like star about 146 light-years away, with a roughly Earth-like year and a possible placement near the outer edge of the habitable zone. It still needs confirmation, but it shows how quickly this field keeps evolving. The more worlds we find, the stranger the universe becomes. Some are scorched, some may be icy, some may hold thick atmospheres, lava oceans, or chemistry unlike anything in our solar system. And somewhere among the thousands already discovered, there may be a world that changes everything again. If you love space, astronomy, and the search for other worlds, subscribe to Horizons of Space, because we have only just begun exploring what's out there.